Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel Health Ignite Fitness. We are going to do a full body deep stretch today. Happy rest day. I'm going to guide you through a full body stretch from the neck all the way down to the legs. You don't need any equipment for this exercise. We are going to start with the feet nice and wide, starting with the shoulders. You're going to be hitting the posterior deltoid, the side muscles, including your obliques and your latissimus dorsi. We are doing an overhead pull. Hold onto your left wrist with your right arm and pull up and over to the side. Try now to let your top shoulder cave and keep your hips facing forward. I want you to take your arms back up, stretch it out, take a deep breath, and we're going to go through it one more time. Exhale as you pull and remember to breathe throughout the movement. You'll feel it in your tricep and all your intercostal muscles as well. Go back to the center and we'll be heading over to the other side. Pull up first, then over. Keep a nice tall spine with your hips facing forward. Remember to breathe through the movement. Exhale and inhale. Come back up to the top. And then you're going to go to the same side again. Come up to the top and release. You can shimmy it out if you need to and just get a little bit of a stretch. We're going to do a cross-body arm stretch. Cross your arm over the body, keep your hips and your chest forward, and you'll feel it in your tricep as well as your posterior deltoid. Keep your arm over your chest and remember to breathe. Go ahead to the other side. Remember to keep your thumb facing upward. You can go to the other side again. Remember to keep your hips and your chest facing forward and don't let your arm by the shoulder lift upwards. Keep it down. And go to the other side again. And release. Interlock your fingers with your palm facing down. Reach down, releasing your shoulder blades and pushing towards the floor. Your knee can be slightly bent and it's okay to keep a slight bend in your upper back. You are stretching your rhomboids right in the top middle next to your spine. And release. You're going to flatten your back out and pull in your belly button, waving your arms across your body, stretching your chest and your back. And then you can slowly go back to the top. We are going to do a few stretches for your trapezius muscles. Push your hand down to the floor and slowly roll your head from side to side. This is a good stretch if you sit in front of the Kiyompiro for a long period. Remember to let your ear fall over to the side. Do this movement slowly, don't rush through it, and roll your neck. You can stay in the same position, and then you're going to drop your chin down to your chest and you're going to look left and right. Now you're going to pull your chin up towards the ceiling, keeping a nice tall posture. You can put your hands behind your back to help support, to make sure that you keep your chest open and your back straight. Remember to breathe through this exercise. And release. Reach down all the way to the floor. You'll feel this at the back of your legs, your hamstrings. You can relax your neck. If you cannot reach the floor, rather do not bend your knees. You need to keep them straight. You can release back to the top. Stretch back and take a nice exhale. The more you stretch, the better you get and the better your range of motion during exercise. Stretching also helps to prevent injury. You can go back up to the top by placing your hands on your knees and go back down. Go ahead and release. Place your hands on your knees and look up, arching your back with your glutes engaged. And go back down. Go ahead and release. Place your hands on your knees and look up, arching your back with your glutes engaged. Bend your legs and open up your inner thighs to a frog position. Press against your knee to open up the adductors and the hips. You can keep your hands on the floor and push with your elbows, or you can use your hands to push your knees back. You can go back up and then go back down into the position. You're going to put your hands down on the floor with your right knee slightly bent and your left leg completely straight. Straighten out your back and push your tailbone backwards. You will be feeling this stretch in your inner thigh by your adductors as well. You're going to glide to the other side. Remember to breathe through this exercise, straightening out that right leg. Remember to keep the leg that is bent the knee over the ankle. You can go to the other side. You are going to take your right arm, the same arm that is as the leg that is bent, and you're going to open it up towards the ceiling. Also look towards the ceiling and open up your chest. You can glide to the other side. Lift up your leg arm as you exhale and point your eyes towards the ceiling. You're going to go to the center with your arms on the floor, stretching out your hamstrings. Relax your neck as well as your spine. You can have a seat, stretching your legs up to the front. You can reach forward and relax your neck if you can. This is very good if you have tight hamstrings like me. You can either hold onto your toes or your ankles, whichever position is more comfortable. Come up to a seated position and put your one arm to the back into a twist. Look over your shoulder. Keep a nice straight back and open up your chest and keep your hips facing forward. Come back to the middle and do the same on the other side. You're going to bend your knees and then you're going to do the twist again. Remember to breathe through the exercises, inhale and exhale, keeping your spine straight, and you're going to twist to the other side. Grab onto your shins or your feet and let your hips open up to the sides, lying on your back. Keep your tailbone as flat on the floor as possible. Now you're going to reach the heels up to the ceiling, pulling the knees toward the chest, and you keep the tailbone on the floor. Try to straighten out your legs as possible. If you can't, hold behind your knees and have a slight bend in your knee. Let your hips fall open again, holding onto the shins or the feet. Remember to breathe through the exercise. Exhale as you straighten out your legs to the ceiling again. Remember to keep your tailbone on the floor. Bend the left leg so that the ankle is on the right knee. Then you're going to thread your hands behind your right knee and bend it. Now pull your right leg backwards towards your chest with your hands. Try to keep your left leg as straight as possible. Remember to breathe. You are stretching your left hip in this exercise. You can switch legs. Remember to also keep your tailbone on the floor. Release your legs and come back to the top and turn on your stomach. Keep your feet nice and wide and flat on the floor. Hands underneath the shoulders with your chest open, looking slightly upwards. You will be stretching your lower back as well as your chest. Sit back into a child's pose and take a few deep breaths. Try to straighten out your back by keeping your tailbone pointing backwards. You can relax your neck and then you slide back into the chest opener. Remember to breathe. Exhale as you sit back into your child's pose. Relaxing your neck. Come back into a tabletop and put your left leg next to your left arm. Push your hips to the floor. Try to straighten out your back. As you can see, my hammies and my hips are quite tight, so my back is slightly arched. You can switch legs. Push your hips down to the floor and remember to breathe. You're stretching the front of your hips as well as your quads. Come up to a standing position and we will be doing a quadricep stretch. Hold on to something if you have to for balance and pull your heel close to your glutes. If you want a deeper stretch, keep your knees together and push your hips slightly forward. You can switch legs. Thank you so much for stretching with me, and I hope to see you again soon on my channel. Also, tell me what stretch you liked best in the comments below. We are almost done with the stretch. And release.